Alexa, please motivate me.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Yeah, that's not working. Much better. Let's keep it simple with motivation. Work harder. I like that. We're going to do a quick review on this 40-inch manual tile cutter. Here's the box here. So here it is. 40-inch tile cutter. We're going to unbox this, test it out on an array of different types of ceramics, glass, porcelain tile, see how well it cuts, see what kind of features it has, and to see whether or not it's built with good material and whether it's a good quality tile cutter. This cutter runs a little over $100 in comparison to your more high-end tile cutters that run between $400 and $500 at a 40-inch cutting capacity. So let's grab a table, set it up outside, unbox this, and get right to testing this cheap tile cutter. And there it is. Right off the bat, it looks okay. Feels a little cheap, some of the metal here. Got a bit of flex in the bars. Looks like it has laser here. Let's show you up close. So we have an extension arm here for large format tile. Looks like the rubber's just kind of sitting in there. You'd want to glue that down so it doesn't fall off every time you try to open this up. Looks like this is adjustable. You can slide it up and down. We've got an aluminum frame here. Here's a fence. Really thin, cheap aluminum. I'm just gonna pull that off. As you can see here, you got a switch for your laser. On, off. Double rails. Got some foam here. Looks like rubber, but this is foam. It's not really glued very well. Again, I would probably glue that down also. Here's the rail system. Feels good. It rolls nice and smooth. We've got another extension arm over here for large format. Looks like it comes with an extra backup cutting wheel. And there it is, guys. One of the world's cheapest large format manual tile cutters. Let's quickly show you what we're going to cut today and test this cutter out. Here we go. We will cut textured ceramic. We will cut some glass. I will rip cut a 36-inch porcelain plank. And lastly, I will try to cut some sheeted mosaic. We will start with the textured ceramic. Now it doesn't have a fence for diagonal cuts. I'm just gonna simply eyeball it. Clean cut for cut number 1. Now I'm going to cut this down as small as possible. Well, there you go. As you would imagine, right out of the box, it will cut good. It's got a brand new wheel. How long will that wheel hold up after long-term use and harder material? But so far, so good. Let's show you what we cut. Let's move on to glass, porcelain, and our sheeted mosaic. Now this is where this tile cutter shines. Rather than using and setting up a full-size wet saw to cut a porcelain plank or a large format long ways, rip cut, you can simply pull this out, score, and snap. It'll speed up the process, and rip cutting this on a long tile saw will ultimately burn out your tile saw blade also. Let's see how well it rips this porcelain plank. Clean cut. Well, that's how thin and small you can rip, long cut a porcelain tile. Let's cut some glass. Not a bad snap at all with the glass. That's about it. So yes, it can cut glass fairly clean. Let's cut sheeted mosaic. Not bad. The cutting wheel gets in the way of snapping. Not so great on sheeted mosaic. Well, there you guys go. Real quick before I close this video out with the pros and cons of this cheap tile cutter, I would love for you to support my channel. Buy yourself a shirt, a tile shirt. At my online store, link in the description below, Tile Life, Keep Calm, Tile On, and Tyler shirts. So, okay, let's quickly turn the camera around and talk about the pros and cons of one of the world's cheapest tile cutters for large format tile. Okay, let's talk about the pros. The good things about this cheap tile cutter. 1, Obviously, it is cheap, a little over $100. I think this thing goes for about $115. It's inexpensive, so if you are tiling a fairly large project like living room, a lot of floor tile, you can use this for a shower as well. It will get the job done for cutting large format tile. With that said, it is a large tile cutter. It can score and snap tiles up to 40 inches. Saves you a lot of time rather than setting up a large, full-size wet tile saw. One, it takes time. Two, it's messy. You can burn your blade out when you long cut, when you rip a hard porcelain plank. This can quickly score and snap. Now the cons. There are a lot of cons. One, it's obviously cheaply made. Cheap materials. Foam comes off, as you can see here. I'll show you on this side as well. You've got cheap foam on the table. It's kind of popping off already. The laser, not very accurate, not very bright. It's a bit of a gimmick. Does not provide a fence for diagonal cuts. Just the materials are cheap. You can tell that the aluminum frame is wobbly. It flexes. These bars flex. Also, you can only snap the top of a tile. You can't press down in the middle or the back to snap it. The cutting wheel gets in the way. And I mean, everything from just handle, this handle here just kind of falls right off. I mean, it's just poorly built. It's inexpensive. Definitely this is something for, I would say, a homeowner or a DIYer to save time and money when installing. I would imagine a lot of flooring, or you could build a shower with this as well. And you're not going to use it much more than your home projects. A tile contractor coming out and starting to work with large format tiles, this is a good starter cutter if your budget is about $100. But I can guarantee this thing will not last long. It is not built to last year after year, project after project. It will fall apart. I can almost guarantee it. So, for the money, it's worth it. If you plan on buying a tile cutter for a long time and using it year after year consistently, I would not look at this. For a homeowner and DIYer, I would highly recommend this if you want to take on some of your own personal tiling jobs. You can cut tile with this for your perimeter of your rooms if it's being covered up with baseboard. You can use this for the back wall of a shower. You can use this for backsplashes as well. It's a good, cheap tile cutter for a homeowner or DIYer. SUTEC, I'll leave a link in the description below for pricing and specs on this, so take a look at that. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next tile cutter video.